Okay, so these episodes have just got even weirder. But at the same time, it's an episode that could open up a few plot points for the future moving forward. Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today we're here to talk about episode 9 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush anime series. An episode that sees a dog dueling for the second time within the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. Plus we get more backstory for Manabu's character. So in terms of my general thoughts of the episode, I thought it was a decent episode that might have suffered from the over-the-top comedy that these characters and Go Rush brings to the series. And by this I mean the best parts of this episode came in the second half, where we get more lore about the dog and about Manabu. We also get the small emotional connection between the two of them that was showcased, and we get more world building that occurs. But to get there, we do have to watch this over-the-top comedy that's a bit too silly, a bit too goofy and out there, that might put off a few fans that are still unsure about watching / continuing this show. But for me personally, I like the episode, so that really doesn't matter. I liked what was presented with the lore behind the dog fist style and Manabu upbringing. The music I thought was used perfectly in different parts of the episode to help create a mood and a setting. The changes in Bochi's character, by him turning from this cowardly yet aggressive and heartbroken and abandoned alien to becoming this protector of Manya thanks to her inspirational actions, was a little bit of good character development that we got. Was it quick? Was it rushed? Yeah, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. He's a side character. So I thought it was also sweet seeing how after this new view on life, Bochi wanted to test / is still looking out for Manabu, as this kind of pairs with the two's past, and it shows that back then even Bochi was able to see the pain that Manabu went through with his upbringing, and how the time together they spent was very important for both of them. Yes, Bochi at that time wanted to use Manabu to get to the Suigetsu style and overthrow it, but it still shows a small glimpse of kindness from that alien. Had Manabu lost this duel, with the stakes that were involved, it would have meant him becoming a dog. He would then have been protected by Bochi, just like Bochi protects Manya. While at the same time, he would be trained, because what do you do with a dog? You train it. Again, another example of kindness from this alien. Now, of course, Bochi mentioned the wicked fist of the beloved dog, and is a very cowardly technique. But at the same time, while he was explaining his plan to overthrow the Suigetsu style, we see more of the assassins that were from the same cluster that he is from, and of course also know the wicked fist of the beloved dog. So could this mean that in a future episode we get more of these dogs appearing, going after Manya, London and the traitor Bochi, maybe even Manabu? Similarly, we see within the flashback, we actually get to see Suigetsu members. They're the ones who forced Manabu to train in the mountains, and I'm wondering if they could possibly enter the story and confront Manabu in the future. We do see an image of them with silhouettes, and one of the silhouettes with the red hair in that style reminds me of Yuma's sister. I don't know if anyone else thought that, but that's just something that kind of caught my attention. I say this because we now have an example of two characters rejecting / abandoning their styles. Surely we can't have them leaving without some consequences, and them returning or even confronting their former styles, trying to change it for the better in general, should be a part of their character development phase in the future. While on the topic of Suigetsu though, I thought it was very interesting how in Go Rush, Suigetsu differs from that of the Suigetsu style in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. Within Go Rush, the Suigetsu style focuses more around mastering martial arts. So could this be a hint at Go Rush not being in the same universe as our previous series of 7s? Because we do also have characters that look very similar to our beloved 7s characters, but they have different traits, quirks, and even hobbies / jobs. For example, The Arata family line is now making cleaning powder slash material for your clothes. Where, yes, he was cleaning in Sevens, but he was cleaning dishes. All of this could help to back up the alternative universe theory and make it slightly stronger. This isn't a new theory to say the least, because people have been speculating this since the start of the series. But now, I feel like the series is hinting at it just a little bit more. Now I want to move on and talk about Manya. Seeing her within this episode I thought was fantastic. I liked the explanation corner takeover segment that they had within the episode. That was pretty fun. And the very cute slash cheeky expressions she used to wow the crowd watching that show. Making the crowd think that anything can happen on TV. I loved how, even with her acting skills, she manages to kind of trance the crowd to believing what they're seeing in the audience. Thinking that CGI can be done in real life, not just on TV. Like, how silly is that crowd? Now, one thing I really want to know about Manya, though, that hasn't been addressed yet, is her reaction to when she first saw Bochi transform. Now, this would be a great way to kind of build up that connection between the two characters even more, because she could have acted surprised, she could have acted shocked, she could have pretended to be okay and calm, but inside she was freaking out, or she could have actually been okay with it. They do showcase the fact that she thinks of Bochi as her beloved dog, and it makes sense that she thinks that way because she was kind of making it as an actress on her own with her pet, and it has been there protecting her and helping her along the way. So I do kind of like that little bit of building they had there between the two. But yeah, I wanted to see that little segment. Manabu again within this episode was a difficult one to grade. I've spoken about him briefly earlier on, but I liked the backstory and I thought the dramatic pose at the end of the duel was great. It was something out of a fighting game when you get the winner screen. But then the cat puns and the draw catchphrase he uses aren't my idea of fun slash good comedy. I want to learn why he likes chemistry so much that he has to use it in every other word that he says, but at the same time, it's not on my, top things I need in Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. At this moment in time, I'm unsure as to whether or not I like Manabu's character, because there are moments where I really think he's fantastic, and then there's moments where I just can't stand it and I just get nervous when I know he's on screen. Like, at this moment in time, I'm nervous when I know an episode is going to be focused around the character as opposed to being, anticipatively excited. With that being said though, some positivity, as his new ace monster is incredible. It has the coolest design within Go Rush at this moment in time. The thing looks menacing, it looks strong, intimidating, it looks like it belongs in a Final Fantasy game more than a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. But then again, the summoning animation for it was just incredible. I loved it, it's great, I want to see more of it. So another really good thing we learned about Manabu was his actual reason for joining MIK and of course hunting down aliens. It's because when he returned and Bochi wasn't there, he thought that he had been kidnapped by an alien. Not the fact that Bochi was an alien, because at that young age, Manabu didn't actually have any reason to believe that Bochi was an alien in disguise. But it is quite telling how Manabu at that young age knew about aliens, meaning that even in the past that far back, we still know that the world, the residents within Go Rush, knew about the existence of aliens, so aliens aren't something new. I thought it was a nice little cool detail that they added in to help give a little bit more substance to Manabu's backstory and character. The animation within this episode had its ups and it had its downs. At some points, the shots looked kind of bad and made the characters look weird. But then we get some great visuals when the emotional things started happening and the whole kind of dogs pretending to be cute before transforming and beating the ever-loving snot out of somebody. The facial reactions for the monsters were a highlight of the episode. And of course, Manya's expressions when she's trying to convince the crowd that it's just TV. The magic of TV. So yeah, overall I liked this episode. It had its weird elements, but it also had its cool elements, which I think sums up Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime in general. With Chupataro returning in the next episode, what alien shenanigans / trouble will we witness in that episode 10? But until then, I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please like the video, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content in the future, and have a great day. Alligator, matane, goodbye.